Hi, welcome to Miss Annette's Little Farm in the Big City. How are you? I hope you're doing well. We had a big storm last night, and I think a lot of us did last night. My sisters and I were all on texting each other, making sure everybody was safe, making sure Mom was okay last night. The storm came in very quickly, and I'm not sure how long it stayed because I went to sleep. But I see that the neighbor's tree, I don't know whether it gets struck by lightning or it was what happened, but look, guys. You see that? So they have a big tree, the top of their tree in their backyard. I'm sure the goats would love to go over there and help them clean up that mess. Anyway, so big storm, beautiful morning. I think it's supposed to rain this afternoon, but I have bees coming, so I really need to get ready for the bees. I've been kind of thinking about what I need to do. So I need to get the hives ready, I need to get some sugar water ready. I just have all those little things that I need to do to make sure that when the bees get here, that they have a home to get in and snuggle in. It should be warm for the next few days, so if I get them, I'm getting them via the mail, which is really interesting. Did you know that the United States Postal Service can deliver livestock, chickens and ducks and live bees to you? Did you know that? Anyway, I've been taking advantage of that. If any of you are out there looking for chicks, you know that there are hardly any chicks to be had unless you're buying them directly from a farmer. So I talked to my neighbors, and we are going to be adopting a rooster that's looking for a home. And I got notification last week that the person that I contacted is contacting the rooster's caregivers for delivery, and we'll see. But it's a very young rooster. I wanted a younger rooster so that he could get around. So we're gonna have a male here on the little farm, and I don't know if it'll work out or not, but I'm willing to try. And the reason I'm willing to try that is because I know my chickens are going to age out of laying eggs eventually. And I am going to need to replace them with laying chickens. And it would be easier for me to grow my own. Now, I don't care if I have a backyard mixed chicken. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not breeding them for show or anything like that. I will just be breeding them so that I can have some hens to lay eggs. Now, in the scheme of things, I know that could mean that I'm also going to have to deal with some baby roosters. And I have to think about that as well. And what will I do with those baby roosters? Well, when that happens, we will figure that out. Okay? So those are the things that are going on right now on the little farm. I am still waiting for a couple of things to get a few of the aesthetic things done on the little farm, but today I really need to work on getting ready for the bees. So that's what we're gonna do. When I'm getting ready for the bees, I need to take these apart and take a look at them and see whether they're ready for a new hive of bees or not. I did treat my bees in the fall, and I had a good hive. This hive, the big hive, was very healthy towards the fall, and I'm not really sure what happened. This hive, the little hive, was a small hive, and they just never really took off. Now, raising bees in the city has been a challenge, to say the least. a challenge to make sure that they're getting enough food, a challenge because you can't tell them, hey, don't go over there. That place is not good for you to go. I mean, when you have farm animals, like the chickens and the ducks and the goats, I can keep them safe in my area. But bees can travel up to 3 miles away, and who knows what they're getting into. So they have been very tricky here in the city. You just never know what they're going to eat. But anyway, let's go ahead and get in the hives and see what there is to see.
Could Milo temporarily store some stuff in the freezer? His power's out, and
Oh, yeah.
they said they don't know when it'll be back on.
Hi. Yeah. Yeah.
Like these 2 pieces. I got
Oh, sure. Come on. Well. Honey's in here. Huh. That's interesting. Lots of honey. Aha. And I see. Aw. So they didn't starve to death. But here they are. Aw. Try to bring you guys closer so you can see. See, they're all huddled together. There just wasn't a big enough population to keep them warm, I think. They must have really died off somehow. What is this? That looks like... Now this. See all the hive beetles in there? They could have died from disease. You're so delicate. Sorry, little bees. Hive beetles. Ledger, I know what you're waiting for. You're waiting for me to go in there so you can sneak. I don't need you, sneaky snake. Dulce, you too. Come on. Hop out of the way, girls. This candy board, and all it is sugar that has been mixed with a little bit of water, a tiny bit of mineral salt, and dried out and put in the hive for the bees to eat if they run out of honey. Well, evidently they didn't make it too far into the season before they all perished, or they ate all their honey that they had. So what I'm going to do, I can still use this, but I'm not going to use it as a candy board. I will use it, I can use it as a liquid. So I can break it up and put it in a container and then use it as a liquid. I can melt it back down with some water and use it for food for the bees. So that's what I'm going to do. It'll be easier to store. So I'm going to just get a bag and clean this off and do that. Okay, and that is why a lot of the time when I'm doing something, I don't let her come out. Look at her. Goats love sugar. All right. Stop. Oh my gosh. Well, I have that all ready to go. Now I have a couple of other things that I'm getting ready. I have a what is it called? Beetle blaster. And then I have these little beetle things. Since it looks pretty much like what happened to that hive was the hive beetle. So the beetle will get inside of here and get lost and die because it can't get out. So I'm going to put a couple of these in there. And this, you put a little bit of vegetable oil or oil down at the bottom of it, and the beetle will go in there because they try to hide from the bees, and it will drown in the oil. You put oil in there because water will evaporate, I'm pretty sure. And then I have another little job to do because I noticed that we're starting to get flies again. I wish honeybees were as resilient as houseflies. I had a couple of flies in the house, and I saw one in the barn yesterday. And I like to use fly tape because I've been using the fly bags and they were just too stinky. Even though they work, they're very effective. I always think that they smell bad and that's what attracts more flies. So I'm going to put some fly tape up just to catch those early birds, and maybe that'll help keep them down a little bit, because then the early flies will not be able to make more flies if I catch them all. So let's go put these up. What are you complaining about? Did you lay an egg? Oh boy. What you got? Okay. Thank you. Is it possible that my Easter eggers are still laying eggs? Those girls are at least 10 years old. Is that possible? I am so perplexed I know that I have dark green, which is Bubbles, and then I have dark brown, which is Selena. I have pink, which is Aunt Bee, and I have a spotted brown, which is Goldie. And then I know Gracie's laying, but Cotton is not, which is weird. But so that's 5. But these eggs, is that possible? Because I know what color the other chickens are laying, and the only chickens that were laying this color eggs were the Easter eggers. So weird, bizarre. All right. Well, and there we go. It was just a couple of little things to do today to get ready for the bees. We'll see when the little rooster will arrive, and I'll definitely let you guys know. What else? Oh, and I have some other things that are coming in the mail that once they get here, I will be sharing all of that with all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting me here today on Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. Try to get outside today if you can. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Love you. Ooh, got an egg in my pocket.